first of the month. It is the first of the month, so you know, we don't know who actually bought this damn app, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I just pray that y'all actually can see the information, because a bitch be up here at 6 and 5 a.m. trying to get this stuff together. I feel like my anxiety be on 10, trying to make sure these videos are actually playing and stuff. Welcome. Good morning, chat. Good morning, Joyce. Sorry, I couldn't see y'all, so I had to restart. Bone Thugs and Harmony, first of the month. I paid my rent as soon as I woke up. I ain't got time. I didn't know it was bought. Trump says somebody bought it. Good morning, everybody in YouTube land. Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right. The hearts are pumping. Let's get this shit started. Well, it looks like the bill is going to pass in the Senate. I don't know what backroom deals were paid and made, but it was enough for them to get it was enough to probably pull over either Collins or Murkowski, to get them to flip on the bill. So it's gonna pass. I'm pissed off that it's gonna pass, but it is going to pass. And the effects of this bill is about to be tremendous on the lower and middle class. Tillis and Rand Paul are probably still going to be on the Democratic side. It still has to go to the House. Empress K, what is yeah about? It still has to go to the House, and because there has been revisions of the bill. Now, there are a lot of Republicans, about 11 or 12 Republicans in the House that are not happy with the revisions of the bill. But we're fucked. And that's the only way I can put it. We're fucked. The amendment to gut Planned Parenthood stays. So Medicaid will no longer be used in Planned Parenthood. It stays indefinitely into the bill. They got rid of the AI provision for 10-year ban on anybody going against AI in their state. So that is fine. Hospitals. Let me make sure I'm in here properly. So there are going to be a lot of rural hospitals that are going to close down. I don't know how people can say this is great. I don't know how this is big and beautiful. I don't know how. But I put a chart. I put a chart in there. So Oklahoma, 21 hospitals are going to close down. That's a red state. And this is going to affect red states more than anybody else. The closing of hospitals. Oklahoma has 21 hospitals. They will be cutting. 33 hospitals in Louisiana. Bye. Kentucky, 35. Mississippi, 8. New Mexico, 15. California will have 28, including Oroville and St. Elizabeth Hospital. The American Hospital Association reports a bill that could result in a $50 billion less in federal Medicaid support. Medicaid helps keep these hospitals running. And with Medicaid being cut, these hospitals are going to be cut, which means more people are going to die. I don't know how else to put it to y'all. More people are going to die. Imagine having a G wound or being in a car accident and you have to drive 30 miles to the nearest hospital. Imagine that. Imagine someone going into labor and there's complications and they have to drive 20 miles, 30 miles, an hour to get to a hospital. That woman and that baby may not make it. Medicaid provides most of the funding for babies to be born in this country. Delivering a child, Medicaid helps cover a lot of those babies being born. So you know how they want to keep babies and babies matter to the Republican Party? They don't. They are going to... Oh, that makes me so sad. The bill proposes $793 billion cut of Medicaid, reducing rural Medicaid funding 119 billion, far more than the 15 billion rural hospitals fund proposed. Yes, nursing homes are going to be affected as well. A lot of y'all parents and grandparents and baby boomers that are in those areas, yeah, they're about to be they're about to suffer as well. Over 300 rural hospitals are going to close down. So if you're not in a major city, you're fucked. And this is mostly red states. This is why I don't understand how you can be a proud Republican. I don't understand how you can be a proud MAGA lover. I don't understand how that's possible when you live in a red state and your state is going to be the one that's going to be sucked dry, because most Democratic states are popularized by cities. So we know that we need those things. We know that we need our hospitals. Most Democratic areas are popularized in their major cities. It's the rural cities that are going to fuck y'all up. It's those rural country town areas, those sundown towns, those red country areas are the ones that's going to be affected the most by this bill. Because whether y'all like to realize it or not, y'all benefit more from government funding than anyone else. And I feel bad for y'all. I feel bad for them because they're not educated enough to understand that voting for this man put their lives at stake. They're not educated enough to understand that their children's lives are now at stake. Their grandparents' lives, their lives, all of their lives are now at stake because they will not have the benefits of making it to a hospital or putting their parents in a home or Medicaid services, you know, because Planned Parenthood is about to be cut from Medicaid as well. And that's how y'all get some of y'all health screenings done for free. Medicaid provides that through Planned Parenthood. STI and STD detection comes from Medicaid. Men's health assessments in Planned Parenthood and education, that comes through Medicaid as well for some of y'all. Medications, immunizations come from Medicaid, and that comes through Planned Parenthood. Y'all literally just shot yourselves in the foot, and y'all have not realized that this bill is going to fuck y'all up. And I know that being white is the most important thing, and seeing a white man in office is the most important thing. But if that white man don't see y'all as worthy of funding to keep y'all alive, why stick behind him? Because even though you're white, you're lower class and you're middle class, which means to him you don't matter. You don't matter to him. And this bill is going to affect y'all more than us. And I am speaking the truth. This bill is going to affect y'all more than it's going to affect me. I got health care insurance. I have an education. I have a degree. Y'all, most of y'all don't. Y'all get y'all funding for health care through the Affordable Care Act or Medicaid or Social Security. Hell, even my grandparents are great. It's not going to fuck up anybody in my family. But it's damn sure going to fuck up y'all's. And that's because y'all only think that the things in this bill is going to affect black people and people of color and immigrants. That's literally what y'all thought. Y'all thought this bill was only going to affect people who were not white. And y'all literally just put y'all foot in y'all mouths. Literally. On top of that, be prepared for your electricity bill to go up. Your electricity bill will go up hundreds of dollars because of this bill. Trump plans to remove green energy, which is windmills, which is using solar power. All of that is about to be removed because they don't want y'all to have anything that is less. They want everybody to have to work 3 times harder in order to get anything. Texas has adopted windmills and solar energy so that y'all electricity prices can go down. That is about to change. All electricity bills around the country, mostly in red states, are about to be increased when this bill passes. When this bill passes, y'all shit is going to go up. We already don't have gas prices down to where they're supposed to be. My gas, I went and put gas in my tank, and I live in Atlanta. It was $2.97. Gas ain't went down. Gas has not gone down. It is, oh, it is so depressing watching y'all scramble for a man that don't give a shit about y'all. It's so depressing. It is so depressing. While this man sits here and votes, this man is sitting here at a fucking golf course as this bill is being tried through. As they're going through the vote-a-rama, Trump is on the golf course. He's not at the he's on the golf course yesterday, living his best life. And he's also promoting a 249 bottle of cologne, of perfume. So y'all can buy that. Because hell, y'all can't afford eggs. You can't afford groceries. You won't have health care. But at least you'll have a $249 bottle of fucking perfume from him. Is this what Make America Great Again sounds like to y'all? Because is this what y'all voted for? A man that is capitalizing off of being in the White House instead of actually helping his constituents. I really am curious. Is this what y'all asked for? Cologne, sneakers. I ain't seen that man give y'all shit yet. Not one damn bill has been passed to help the lower and the middle class. Not one. And all I hear is white MAGA lovers saying Trump is the best because they're ignorant. That's it. They're uneducated and they're ignorant. I just saw somebody on Instagram saying, hey, you know, I love this forest, this park that I'm a couple of miles from. I'm MAGA. I love MAGA. And this forest reserve area is so great. And she's for Trump cutting sanctions and allowing oil to be drilled. And she didn't realize that the park that she loves so much, going to so much, is about to be taken and overrun by oil drilling. This is what I say. They don't read. They don't read at all. They don't read at all. And this is why ignorance is bliss until it slaps you in your face. Ignorance is bliss until it slaps you in your face. There's one thing in the Supreme Court that has not gone through yet, and it is basically the ASGE versus Trump. The ASGE versus Trump is one of the key legal battles focusing on whether the administration can overhaul federal employment protections and purge personnel, which means firing mass federal employees at the same time. That has not been decided on when it comes to the Supreme Court. So I want y'all to pay attention to that one because it will affect unions, collective bargaining, civil service processes, and key agencies. Okay? If he wins this, he will be able to gut everybody. She really shouldn't talk. She don't know nothing. She just reading something if you don't know shit. Oh, Lee, see? That's what happens when you're stupid. See, because reading is fundamental. And reading is how you educate yourself. And Lee, I can tell you're not educated because you can't even make a proper sentence. Congratulations. You're a Trump supporter. Um, just that's just how it was. So, American Society of Government Agency, ASG, versus Trump is a lawsuit challenging an executive order or federal action by Trump administration and will allow mass firings of federal employees or reclassifying them in a way that strips them of job protections. In largely connected to Schedule F, an executive order Trump issued near the end of his first term in 2020. Schedule F will reclassify tens of thousands of federal workers. He tried this shit in 2020. It'll strip them of civil service protections, which means, baby, you don't get unemployment if you get fired. There will be no service package, no severance package, no none of that. And it'll make it easier to fire and replace anybody that is not a political loyalist in the government. You know how you got rid of that 5-star general and replaced them with headset? That kind of situation. That kind of situation is going to fester in the government. You're going to have to be a loyalist to him, and you're going to have to allow him to strip everybody's rights, and you're going to have to love the fact that everybody's going to be poor but the 1% in order to be a part of his little gang. I do have a backup page here. They're both on my platform, on my main page. Pete Hegseth is an idiot. Uneducated idiot. Sorry. He has no brain thought in his head. Lord, I try not to get aggravated. I really don't. See, dealing with ignorance is very tiring. Dealing with ignorance is very tiring. And I have to deal with that on a day-to-day basis. It's my walk. Y'all, give me 1 second. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Hello. Hi. How are you? Oh, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. And then you'll take the water. You got it?
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you helping your mama out. Go ahead.
No.
I love it.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Sorry. Had to grab my food. My delivery. Hold on, y'all. Fix my little seat. All right. Yeah, Ben and I have been talking about my booty. So, now that we know that everything is going to be changing. I love your house. Thank you. I don't know what else we can do. The Congressional Budget Office confirmed that the Senate version of the bill that we have right now is going to add $3.3 trillion to the deficit over the next 10 years. And it will strip 12 million people off of health care insurance. 12 million. That means a lot of rural areas that, can't afford to even go to the dentist. They won't even have health insurance anymore. I don't know who the 3 senators are. Well, what senators didn't fold. But it is so tired. Trump reiterated that they need to pass this bill by July 4th to avoid what he described as 68% tax increase. We already have a tax increase. We already have a tax increase. The 80% of this country is about to have a tax increase. We're about to be paying more taxes. The 1%, which is the top 20% of America, will not be paying shit. They will actually be receiving funds back. So that 68% he's talking about is for that 20%. Yes, I know Miami postponed their election till 2029. They're not fucking slick. This is where midterms is going to come in because every last Republican that voted for this goddamn bill needs to go. Every last one of them needs to go. I know there are going to be some rural states where white people who are uneducated are going to love to vote red because they feel like red represents them the most, even though red is the one that's harming them the most. So we know there's going to be some places that are not going to be able to change, but we can change some of them. We can change some of them. And the reason I keep saying white folks is because the only reason y'all vote is for racism. Majority of y'all that are not Democrat and liberal and left, y'all vote based on racism. Y'all don't vote based on anything else. Y'all don't look at any amendments. Y'all don't focus on anything. Y'all just vote based on race. That's it. That is how y'all work. Y'all vote based on the person that looks more like y'all and will do the most harm to other people in this country. Y'all, that's what y'all do. And it's time and time again, because if that's the case, why would you vote for a man who is a 40-something time felon, who's had 9 bankruptcies, so he can't actually hold a business together, who is actively harming people in this country that actually contribute to this country, which are immigrants, because without immigrants, this country is going to go down because they do most of the grunt work. Y'all are too lazy to get out there and work in no fields. Y'all will not be working in no fields, okay? Y'all will not be building any construction. Y'all will not be paving roads in the middle of the morning. Y'all will not be doing any of the grass cutting. Y'all can't even survive in the sun without sunscreen. So y'all will not be out there doing the work that they have done for the price that they were willing to do it. Because a lot of them got paid under the table to work the way they worked. A lot of them. California alone stands to lose over $200 trillion. Over $200 trillion without immigrants, undocumented immigrants in their country. That is, food is going to go to waste. Construction will not be built. Imagine that. Imagine what happened in Florida happening all over the goddamn country when Ron DeSantis said, if you're an undocumented immigrant, you better leave the state by this time or you will be picked up by ICE. And when everybody got the hell out, they had nothing. No construction workers. They had nobody driving those trucks, delivering gas. They had nobody in the fields picking that fruit. And as soon as y'all got hired, the ones that can't stand in the sun, the people that owned those farms said that y'all were lazy. And those were your people. They got on the news. And if you don't believe me, go to the news. They got on the news and said y'all were lazy and y'all cannot work. Y'all complain way too much. Y'all don't work fast. Y'all always want a break. Y'all left and didn't come back. So y'all cannot fill the place of these immigrants. We as the black community cannot fill that space of those immigrants. We in this generation, I'm sorry, my ancestors didn't fight hard enough for me to be out there working for no damn body, and I won't be picking in nobody goddamn field. So what are y'all gonna do now? Because we're gonna be hungry as fuck. Food is going to be scarce because they have nobody working the fields. And when Trump said he wasn't going to touch farmers and hotel workers, he lied. He lied. And not only are white people's farms being fucked up, black people's farms being fucked up as well. We are also hitting the grunt. We're also hitting. Stephen Miller revoked 141 grants for black farmers that Biden put in place for the discrimination of black farmers that we have had to deal with for hundreds of years since we've been free. So not only are black farms being hit, white farms are being hit too. So nobody's going to get food. Because like I said, I ain't built to pick up shit but my laundry. And maybe some bottle of water. These hands? No. Who finna do that shit? This is why I respect the working class, especially immigrants and migrants, because they come in here and they do the shit they know good and damn well nobody else would do, and they do it better than anybody. Anybody. And I'm not just saying immigrants who are undocumented are the most important, but immigrants in general, they contribute to this fucking country over and over and over again. They're also doctors, lawyers, teachers. They work everywhere. But undocumented immigrants do the work that we don't want to fucking do. And we won't do it for the pay that they're getting. We won't do that shit. And I know Trump got on that damn bullhorn and said, oh, they're taking your black jobs. What black jobs are you talking about, my boy? Because there's no fucking way black folks are getting back in that field. Because one or two things are going to happen. That owner of that field is going to be very scared of us. Or two, we're going to send in the YNs to clean their asses out. They won't have no fruits, no vegetables, no nothing. We will clean that shit out and distribute it freely. Play with us if you want to. We'll be dropping shit off at everybody's house. Y'all think we not petty. Y'all think we not petty. Keep fucking with us and you'll see what happens. But this is what y'all voted for. Y'all also voted for almost $930 billion to be cut from Medicaid, and that to go to corporate tax breaks. You know who's corporate tax breaks? You know who runs corporate tax breaks? The 1%. $910 billion for corporate tax breaks. And corporate only is a handful of people. That's 1% is only a handful of people. Like Mark Zuckerberg. Like Jeff Bezos. Those are the people that's going to be getting that tax break. Go get a job. I have one. I'm doing this. White people are so ignorant. I'm sorry. And you know what? I'm sorry for the white folks that are bundled in with the ones that don't have any kind of brain and they share one brain cell within each other. I'm so sorry that y'all have to suffer with the rest of y'all people. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that y'all catch the strays of your people. I absolutely am sorry that y'all catch these strays, but it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It is literally not my fault. On top of that, Frumpy is throwing out the idea of deporting Zoran. Yes, he's throwing out the idea of deporting him. Zoran was not born here. He was born in Africa. He's been here since he was 7 years old. And for him to not take that seat, now he's throwing out that idea. On top of that, Hakeem Jeffries says he will not back Zoran because he will not speak against the globalized of intifada when it comes to Jews in Israel. I don't know what the fuck that is, but freedom of speech is freedom of speech. And I'm getting tired of hearing the word anti-Semitism thrown around when it comes to Jews. Because you know what? Black folks don't have that protection in this country when it comes to the N-word and the anti-Semitic and the racist stuff that comes at us. I don't see nobody saying shit that affects us. Hakeem ain't got no fucking backbone. Because if he was really had a backbone, he would be backing Zoran. But now he's trying to speak up for his Jewish communities. Why the fuck is it every time I turn around, Jewish people come before everybody? You know you up for re-election, my boy. Play smart, Hakeem. I love you dearly, but you are backing people that don't give a shit about us. You're backing a community in this country that prefers to be coming first before every other American in this country. And that shit ain't right. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. And no, I'm not anti-Semitic, but fair is fair. I'm sick of Israel and Jewish community coming before everybody and their damn mama. I'm tired of it. Speaking out against them is not anti-Semitic. Speaking and having freedom of speech is not bad. Like the group, whatchamacallit? Hold on, because I'm still dishing out news. So, you know, the British punk rap group, Bob Dylan, that said, unalive to the IDF during their concert in Glastonbury. The UK police is now reviewing them for pro-Palestine chants. They've been dropped from their label, which are all Zionist running his label. They dropped them. Trump has banned them from the U.S. so they cannot continue their tour. Somebody get gas mask out of here. So they can't finish their tour. Timothy, what's funny? I do blocking here. So yeah, they're being investigated for free speech. They're being investigated for free speech, freedom of speech. There is nothing wrong speaking against the IDF. There's nothing wrong speaking against Israel or Zionists. There's nothing wrong with that. That is called freedom of speech. They're the only ones that have laws against anything towards them in this country, which is dumb. Because we've been here for centuries. And we ain't got one bill that protects us at all in this country. Not one. Where? Because everything has been repealed from us. We don't need protection here, so why the fuck should they have any? We don't need protection in this country according to white folks. So why do the Jewish community need protection? Why? What are they scared of? They just made it very clear. They did a report in the Israel newspaper saying that it is okay. It is okay to unalive Palestinians. Unaliving is deemed acceptable as contractors paid $1,500 for each of the homes demolished in Gaza. This is Israel's newspaper saying this. It is okay to unalive people because we need their land. We need their houses. They bombed a cafe, an internet cafe in Gaza yesterday, unaliving more than 40 people, mostly women and children, trying to get internet access. And y'all think I'm supposed to give a fuck about y'all here? Y'all think I'm supposed to give a fuck about any of y'all here? No, I don't. I'm not scared that your life is in danger. I'm not scared for none of that shit. Because we got actual people that your community, your people are actively taking out for no damn reason. So I give no fucks what happens to y'all. Until that shit is fixed over there, what am I supposed to say? They said IDF lost 20 soldiers in June. Let's give it a round of applause. Whoever took out 20 soldiers in IDF. I applaud. I applaud. I got to get something to feel good about. Especially when it comes to Palestinians in Gaza. Speaking of that, North Carolina. Let me make sure I get this right and I say it correctly. Because North Carolina did their big one. North Carolina Democratic Party adopts resolution calling for Israel arms to stop. So they passed a resolution on June 28th calling for the end of military aid, weapon shipments, and logistical support to Israel. Go off, North Carolina. Thank you. They don't need shit from us. Not a damn thing. And if each blue state says we no longer are giving anything else to them, that could probably move us in the right direction. Mayor Eric Adams is lying to everybody and their mama. You know he's Republican now. If you did not know that, yes. Mayor Eric Adams in New York is now Republican. He is not a Democrat. He is under Donald Trump's thumb. He made a story saying, well, the New York Post said that Mayor Adams said, I helped roll out free New York City bus programs But Zoran loosely negotiated skills took it out. And someone countered it and said, no, we got free buses done despite of Adams, who broke the law requiring more bus lanes and blocked the Fordham Road busway. So he's doing what Republicans do all the time. Lie. Lie to get wherever they need to go. They're going to lie. That Alcatraz, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but the alligator Alcatraz is already up and moving. And there are two people that provided those tents. One is a Latino man. A Latino in Florida provided tents for this concentration camp. His name is Herberto Alvarez. Herberto Alvarez of Logistics Events Corp. Logistic Events Corp. Okay? Don't buy from them. On top of that, Trump said today that they really are not going to need any guards to go down and protect that area because it's swamp infested, and the punishment of trying to escape is being eaten alive by alligators and snakes and everything else. Does that sound like a human thing? That is the punishment of trying to escape. Is being eaten alive. That stresses me the fuck out. That is so inhumane. And y'all voted for a man that is willing to do this. It's sad. It is sad. On top of that, this big beautiful bill is going to give Kristi Noem the power to create a migrant children detention camp. Okay? It will be basically a concentration camp for kids that come over the border alone. She will have full power to do what she wants to those kids without no one standing in front of a judge, without no rights whatsoever. These kids will be locked up. Children. So the discretionary power, the Homeland Security Secretary will have sole authority to determine when and where migrant children may be detained, with fewer judicial or procedural safeguards. The bill would either repeal or effectively nullify the Flores standards, enabling longer term and mass detention practices. No automatic hearings. Under this provision, children and families may not be guaranteed immediate access to immigration courts or child welfare review processes. Y'all okay with kids being put in chains? Of course y'all are. Because white folks love seeing people of other races in chains. I forgot. This is how y'all win in this world, is by putting other people in chains. Save y'all money. Do whatever y'all can to get extra money. Because if this bill passes in the House, life as we know it here in America is about to get real dangerous. And I'm not trying to gaslight anybody. I'm not trying to fear monger. I'm not trying to do none of that. But make sure y'all passports are updated. Make sure you save every bit you can. Because if shit gets real, we either gonna have to fight or flight. People are about to go hungry. People are literally about to go hungry. There's not gonna be any food, because who's finna pick it? No health care insurance. This man is creating he's creating an atmosphere that will cause mass protest. He's creating an atmosphere that will cause people to get in the streets. He's creating a massive environment where he can now invoke martial law. Because as soon as people start realizing, soon as the right, soon as Republicans start realizing that they have nothing left because they let this man in the office, they're going to rebel first. We already knew it was coming. But those are the ones, as you can see, they're always the ones to pop off. They're the ones that's unstable. They're always the ones to pop off. I'm sorry, no one else took a try at Trump but his own people. All those attempts were done by his own people. All those attempts were done by his own people. Every last one of them that took a try at Trump was done by his own people. And every time we hear a mass, you know what? 9 times out of 10, it's one of them, and they were a MAGA lover. Just like the boy in Idaho. Both of his parents voted for Trump. He was a Trump supporter himself. And he was jealous because he was too short to be on a firefighter team. So he set ablaze a hill and waited for firefighters to get there and started trying to take them out. That's what y'all voted for. Elania has made it very clear that he is not happy about this bill. I don't know what conversation him and Trump had, but Elania made it very clear that he's not happy with the EV mandates, electrical vehicle mandates, which kind of a mandate that California had. California by 2030, I think, was going to make sure that all gas cars were gone and everybody was in electrical vehicles. Electrical vehicles. And there was that mandate that came out that Trump said, nah, we're not doing that shit. We're going to put oil back in. We're going to start doing more drilling. We're going to get more gas. Well, that fucks up Elon's money in America, because without that, electric vehicles will go bye-bye. And that's what we were moving towards, to more electrical vehicles. 1, because pollution. 2, the ozone. 3, climate change. 4, because it's healthier and way more efficient. Elania made it very clear that any Republican that votes for this bill, he will make his life's work to unseat them, and he has the money to do so. He's on his way to being a trillionaire. He said that, and he said he's going to create his own party to go against Democrats and Republicans called the American Party. And he has the funds to do that as well. Elania is part of the reason why Doge was able to do so many things. So I think that if he puts his mind towards debunking Trump's little minions, it could work. On top of that, Trump says now he wants Doge to investigate Elania's businesses, when Elania already went down there and cut everybody that was actually investigating his businesses out. And he's also saying that he may be thinking about deporting him back to South Africa. He said there will be no more rockets. There'll be no more mandates for him. There will be no more nothing for him. I don't know which way this shit is blowing, but the United States of America president versus a trillionaire, it could get ugly. It could get ugly. And you know what? I'm all for him scaring the shit out of Trump. I will not forget what he did. But the enemy of my enemy is my friend for right now. If he wants to threaten them, let it happen. Let him threaten them to a T. I am okay with that. I'm okay with that for right now. For right now, I'm okay with it. The Congressional Black Caucus met with Target. Still no go. The boycott will continue. Target, I don't know what Target did, but they said the meeting followed Target's admissions that the boycott has continued to drop their sales and consumer confidence. However, the Congressional Black Caucus leaders say they were left with dissatisfied with the company's responses. The explanation we heard fell short of what our communities deserve, and we will continue to bust their balls. We will continue to make them suffer. On top of that, we're still boycotting Dollar General. I hope y'all asses are not going there. We don't need to go there anymore at all. And according to Fox News, it looks like Fordo, Iranian's nuclear facility that's in that mountain, is working perfectly. It's working perfectly. That mountain is nice and is fortified, and they are moving shit now. I don't know what that means. Somebody get Giselle Beats out of here, please. I don't know what that means, but they're moving on all cylinders. They're definitely moving on all cylinders. And this is Fox News saying this shit. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Why are we boycotting Dollar General? Oh my God, y'all. Y'all have got to really start paying attention to shit. We're boycotting Dollar General because Dollar General is invested in every lower class urban community in the United States. Yet they do not contribute to anybody, not even African Americans. They make more than Walmart and Target. And yet they have nothing to contribute to the community. So yes, we're boycotting them. Along with McDonald's. You shouldn't be eating that shit anyways. It's not healthy for you, especially when you get to a certain age. Let it go. Just let it go. California budget cuts. They cut $12 billion of immigrant health care. So the budget halts new enrollments for Medi-Cal for undocumented adults starting in 2026 and introduces a $30 monthly premium for some of them in 2027. Lawmakers also remove funding for mental health lines and dental care, but save services for in-home care and Planned Parenthood. I guess everybody's trying to restructure their shit. It offers no new money for homelessness or water infrastructure, sparking criticism. Republicans slammed the plan for relying on borrowing and delays, warning of deeper future deficits. I think this is really because federal funding is cut. I feel like it's because federal funding is cut. And the president of the DR is considering giving Trump a Nobel Peace Prize. I've been looking for good news up and down this story. Up and down my page, I've been looking for good news. They're trying to give him a fucking Nobel Peace Prize. For what? For stealing? For what? For what? For all you passport bros, for all the passport bros in this bitch that like to go get their ladies from a foreign country, the U.S. to recognize only civil marriages from asylum seekers, for asylum seekers, refugees seeking special immigration on July 3rd. So effective July 3rd of 2025, the agency will only recognize legally registered civil marriages between principal refugees and asylees and their spouses when considering immigration applications. Yeah. So ain't gonna bring no more brides over here. You might as well stay your ass where you at with your bride, because it ain't happening. Latino community, conservative Republican Latino, says that Trump needs to give immigrants that contribute to the U.S. a chance to stay. They had that fucking chance before y'all asses allowed that man in office. They had that chance. They were doing fine before y'all voted that man in. I will never understand why white, black, people of color are conservative Republicans. I will never understand that shit. That is just a dummy thing. That is so dumb. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Is a when I hear minorities say they're conservative Republican, to me it sounds like you want to be white. You wish you were white. That I know the bill passed. I know the bill passed. I know. I said that at the top of my shit. It was passing. What bill passed? The bill that's going to affect everybody and their goddamn mama in this country. That bill fucking passed. Now it goes back to the House, because the bill have added amendments to it. And so now the House has to review the amendments and the changes, and then they will vote on it. There are Republicans in the House that are not happy about the changes when it comes to the bill. And there are also some Republicans that did not read the bill the first time, and now they're pissed off. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't. I feel like the only way for us to win is for, the movie Last Survivor to happen. Survivor remorse. That's the only way I think this is going to be fixed. Other than that, we're screwed. If we're screwed. That's the only thing that will happen. I don't know. Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to Marcus Bar and Grill in Atlanta, Georgia, off of Edgewood. If you're in Atlanta, Marcus Bar and Grill is a black-owned establishment. And if you can support them, please do. I went to Marcus Bar and Grill on Sunday, and I made a mistake and I fucked up my reservation. And I went to the host and I said, is there any, have I made it enough time to get the regular menu? And she was like, no, regular menu's not till 5. Well, I had something planned for my dad and my brother at 5 because it was their birthday. And she said, let me go talk to the manager, the chef, to see if I can fix something for you. She came back and they gave me the dinner menu during brunch. And the bill came up to almost $500. The bill came up to almost $500, y'all. I spend bank on my family. So for my dad and my brother's birthday, I was willing to spend $500 for them to eat well. They got whatever they wanted. At the end of the bill, at the end of the meal, I asked for the check. And the waiter, if y'all ever go to Marcus Bar and Grill, ask for Todd. The waiter said, you're covered. I said, what do you mean I'm covered? I didn't pay yet. She said, you're covered. He said, you're covered. Aren't you an influencer? And I had to think, because when I get off of here, I take that hat off. He said, aren't you an influencer? I said, no, I'm not an influencer, because I don't see myself as an influencer. And I was like, y'all don't have to do that. I'll pay. The manager came up to me and she said, I watch you. She said, I watch what you do. You inform us, you inform me, you make me go dig deeper. She said, you walked in here, you didn't even introduce yourself. You didn't say what you were. You came in here humbled. And for that, I thank you for your service. And for me, I said, okay, what can I do? Because it still doesn't feel right for me to not pay for something. I said, what can I do? She said, just take care of the waiter. So I tipped the waiter $100. And I'm going to say thank you again to Marcus Bar and Grill on Edgewood for making my dad and my brother's day. Because I am not an influencer that gets things like that. I am not a person that people see in public and want to do those things, because I have no influence besides informing. I will make a video later on for them, but that manager was so sweet. She's short. She has like a little fade. I wish I remember her name. And the chef, shout out to the chef. The food is fucking good, y'all. I say go to the buffet in the morning because the buffet has shrimp and grits. It has chicken. It has waffles. It has crab cakes. It has everything. And if you do decide to do the regular menu, them lamb chops, that salmon, and they cornbread tastes like cake. I've been eating good, so now my ass is in a goddamn body holder. But I appreciate Marcus Bar and Grill in Atlanta, Georgia, off Edgewood. If you can go give them something, if you can go eat, go ahead and make your reservation. I can't lie, they do stay packed. It's hard to catch a reservation, but I appreciate it through and through. That's all I have for y'all today. I need to go and watch something happy because all this news is just fucking depressing. I will see y'all tomorrow for the recap. Everybody, please stay informed. If you have not watched my video, please go watch my video. Please spread the word because a lot of people don't watch the news. And what I'm trying to do is inform everybody and you know, let everybody know what's going on because I know we don't like watching the news. I know we hate that shit. Hell, I hate it too. But now I'm locked in. So I can't really go anywhere. What time tomorrow? 11 a.m. Eastern time. That is when I'm locked in. 11 a.m. Eastern time. And whoever gave me $2 on YouTube, thank you. Appreciate you much. All right, guys. Sassy wants to say bye. Say bye-bye. Everybody have a good day. See y'all later. It's hot as hell. I need to stop being cheap and turn on the goddamn air conditioning. Huh? I can't even cut out. Cut out, Nene. This thing never wants me to turn off the goddamn thing. All right, people. I'll see you later. Bye. You're such a cutie patootie. You want to go on a walk real quick? Yeah.